We live in a generation where women have to become the man because men are busy acting like a princess. Men today have no discipline, no accountability, and no emotional intelligence. They don't know how to protect. They don't know how to provide, but they still walk around thinking they are the prize. They want the traditional wife treatment, but they bring zero traditional husband energy. They demand loyalty and respect, but offer nothing but bare minimum effort in return. And the moment you try to hold them accountable, they act like you are attacking them. They get overly emotional. They get sassy. And they still expect women to be the ones to initiate everything. Listen, if a woman is used to providing for herself, paying for her own bills, and creating her own peace, she's not going to chase a man, especially one who brings nothing to the table but still wants to sit at the head of it.
You're gonna be alright, G. No, she don't want to be with you no more. I know that breaks your heart, but you cannot allow yourself to be in one spot, one position, begging, pleading, chasing over who don't want to be with you no more, G. I know it hurt. I know it don't feel good. I've been through it multiple times in my life. So I'm not telling you to get up and just make a whole 360 or a whole 180. But what I am telling you is, gentlemen, do not allow this situation to for your life. Do not allow this situation to up everything you done built up to this point. Do not allow this situation to up your momentum and everything that you worked hard for, gentlemen. I know it hurt, I know it doesn't feel good, and I know that you want her to see things differently. You want her to see your value. You want to be with this lady, but the reality is, no, let go, move on with your life. You're gonna be all right, G.
A lot of these modern women, they'll sit up here and watch a man do the things that he's supposed to be doing, act like he's supposed to be acting, and take it for granted. Fumble him, straight up. Just fumbled. They try to make it seem like he's the problem. He's the one doing things that he, oh, he did this, or he was this, this, and this. No, you're the problem. You have the issue, and it's time for you to start taking accountability for you fumbling a good man. Plain and simple, man. I did this. I talked to him this way. I was acting silly, bad attitude. I wouldn't dress appropriately. I was posting pictures I probably shouldn't have posted. And he got tired of it. He told me this multiple times. He reasoned with me. He sat down and explained things to me. And yet and still continue to do what I wanted to do. And so he left. We couldn't come to agreement, which really means I couldn't stop doing.
Who changed my life? Because I had been studying men for about 6 months and unknowingly was using everything I was learning against them. I became better at attacking them and manipulating them because of what I'd learned about them. And Ellen called me at Ending Hunger Orange County, which is the organization I was the head of, and said, Allison, men are attracted to you like bees to honey. And when you're done with them, it's as if they've been with a vampire.
Wow.
I'm like, little old me? And she proceeded to tell me about every time she'd seen me emasculate a man, diminish a man, take the wind out of his sails, every time.
What did that look like? Because, and the reason I've got to ask this is I think most women don't even know when they're emasculating a man.
Yeah.
They wouldn't think they're emasculating a man at all.
Can I point out the two tracks where
yes, I'm sorry.
Here?
Yeah, please do.
No, because they go together. So all the things we do to try to get a man to love us, we don't have to. And it even gets in the way because men already love us. We don't have to work to get them to love us. If we stop diminishing them, if we stop disempowering them, if we stop making it harder for them to produce the results that they've got to produce, that's what gets in the way. The love part, they grant that. They are born adoring their mothers, looking into those eyes.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Where are all the good men?
The good men are out there.
Agree.
Do not despair. But I think it's latent in every man to be good, wherever they fall on the spectrum at present. I'm not saying that women need to take men that are bad and make them good.
Of course.
Or to settle for men that don't treat them well. I'm only saying that the man you meet on the first date is not going to be the same person 5 or 10 years from now.
Agreed.
So when you're going on dates and meeting new people, you may have as a basis for comparison your friend's perfectly domesticated husband, but it's likely that he wasn't that way when they first met.
Yeah, you grow together.
And it's only by the wholesome and benign influence of a committed relationship that he was able to arrive at that place of perfection.
And a lot of modern women are continuing to ask, what happened to all the good men? Where are all the good men? And the fact of the matter is, they're right in front of you. A lot of these guys are not loud. A lot of these guys are not flashy. They're not out here talking your ear off. They're not doing any of that. These guys are steady. They're stable. You know, maybe not as exciting as a Chad or Tyrone, but I'm steady. Like I said, I'm stable. I can do what you need me to do, right? We're not going on vacations to the Bahamas every weekend. I got to work. You know, we got a family we got to take care of. You know what I mean? So that's a good man. It's just your expectations are warped. So you think in order for a man to be a good man, he got to be doing all this other stuff. That's great, but it's not really the building blocks of a successful relationship.
Women are spinning this narrative of men are supposed to chase women. They tell you this because women have an innate fear of rejection. So if they can manipulate you guys and make you believe that it's your job to chase a woman, it eliminates that fear of rejection that women have. They do not want the man chasing them because anything you chase flees the other way. If something is bigger, something is stronger and faster than you, when it starts chasing you, what is your automatic response going to be? Fleeing the other way. You're going to run the other way. With that being said, who is bigger, faster, and stronger, men or women? Obviously men. So does it make sense for a man to run away when a woman is chasing him? Or would it make sense that a woman would run away once a man starts chasing her, since the man is bigger, faster, and stronger than the woman?
Ladies, I'm going to drop some knowledge on you with this one. A lot of you don't understand this. Men do not care if you're in a relationship or not. They're still going to try to hit on you. And this is why your boyfriend is super protective about you hanging out with your guy friends. Sometimes being friendly to you might be them flirting with you. And you might not even realize this, because men understand that women build a relationship first, and sometimes they try to build that relationship with you knowing that you have a boyfriend because they know that they can be your next option. While most of them might be cool, there's going to be a few of them that do not care. They don't care if you have a boyfriend or not. And all it takes is one person to break down the insecurities and the problems that you have in the relationship and really start building the idea that you could be better off with somebody else. Guys are ruthless. Guys take pride in hooking up with other guys' girls. A lot of women will justify this by saying, oh, I was just being nice. I was just being polite. Don't be nice. Don't be polite. Be correct. Be the right person, okay? It's not about doing what feels good. It's about doing what is good for the relationship, okay? Guys would rather be the side guy instead of the main guy because it gives them complete control and it's an ego stroke for them. So I want you to understand, when a guy's giving you attention and you're in a relationship, he does not care about your boyfriend. He does not care about anything, and he's just doing it because it's an ego stroke for him.
And modern women want to continue to ask, where are the men who beg? Where are the men who are willing to, be outside your door with a boombox and all that other stuff? And you really honestly and truly have to ask the question, is that something that you would do if people didn't really like you like that? And they all over the internet talking about, don't really like him like that. I didn't really like him like that. And they have to do like astronomical acts and feats in order to get your attention and try to convince you to like them, to date them, to go out with them or something like that. Oh, your father kept on pestering me for 8 months straight. And, finally, when I had been passed around the whole town and the whole town didn't want me, I finally decided to go with him. What?
If your man has to beg for affection, something is deeply off. He shouldn't have to chase you around the house just to get a kiss. He shouldn't feel like he's annoying you just to be touched. He's your husband, not a side character you can barely tolerate. You say you love him, but when was the last time you showed him without words, without him asking? And no, I'm not talking about packing his lunch. I'm talking about pulling him close when he walks by, giving him that look that says, I still want you. Because if he's showing up, working hard, staying loyal, being a solid man, why should he feel like he's starving for your attention? Flirt, touch, initiate. Desire is not some extra bonus in marriage. It's the glue that keeps everything from falling apart. And when a husband feels ignored long enough, he stops asking. He stops reaching for you. He builds walls instead of bridges, starts wondering if he's even wanted anymore. And that's how emotional distance begins, quietly but dangerously. Eventually, the man who once craved your affection forgets how to ask for it. If you want to deepen your connection with your spouse and start building a marriage full of love and understanding, I've put together powerful guides that can help you.
A lot of men want a feminine woman, but they feel like their woman is not being as feminine as she could be. She's not in that nurturing role, and it's because you as the man is not taking care of her. That's why I put my wife first in our household. I want to make sure that she is cared for. I want to make sure that she has what she needs. I want to make sure that her feelings are met. I want to make sure that her love language is hit, because that's when she is in her best element. Now she feels like she can be her feminine. She feels like she can be her nurturing self. She starts to take care of the house, my kids, me, in her right, in her way. But when I don't provide for her mentally, emotionally, and financially as I should as a provider, if I don't act like the man and put her first in the household, she starts losing that motherly instinct because she has to start focusing her energy in other places. Like if you want the feminine side of the female to come out, you need to be masculine. Masculine is leading, dominant, caring, protecting, providing. You need to do that. If you don't do that, she will start picking that slack up in some area.
You know, the fact that some of these singles events and these mixers and stuff like that, now I've seen some mixers out there that are pretty, they look pretty good. You know, that's something I might go to if I were single, right? But then you have a lot of them where men don't come at all. And women are like, where are all the good men at? How come men aren't showing up to this type of stuff? Well, it's not really beneficial. A lot of this stuff to a man isn't really, there's nothing I ain't going to take anything home from it. Well, you might get a number, you might, and what might means is it's similar to playing the lottery. Well, you might win, so keep on playing. I'm going to keep on playing the lottery, and I might never win. But I've spent a lot of money. I've accumulated a lot of tickets, a lot of lottery tickets, and when I've counted up the cost, man, I spent a lot of money on something that I never even had a chance to win. Well, you know, do you have a shot? Probably I have a shot, a chance to win in general. But do I have an actual chance versus a 1 in infinity chance? Probably not. Probably not. And that's how a lot of men feel about dating. They don't really have a shot with a lot of these modern women. With the way that they act, with the way that they treat me, and really honestly and truly on that subject, with the way that they treat me, do I want to?
Men tend to forget that women typically are emotionally wired or more emotionally wired. And so what happens is when she comes to you and expresses a concern, if that concern does not line up in your head logically, men tend to dismiss it and they don't consider how she's feeling. And I want men to understand you have to learn that we have to accept men and women are different. We are just built differently. And in understanding our differences, we can create more harmony with each other. When that woman says to you, this is how I feel, it's not about your logic at that point. It's about how she feels. And you got to tap into that in that moment. And if you say, well, how do I know she's not lying? If she's a good woman otherwise, then there's no reason to assume it's a lie right now. If you know she has not been a problem for you, then don't project that negativity on her. Just take her as her expression at that moment. Because a woman doesn't bring up her feelings to start a pointless fight with you. She brings them up because she wants to feel safe with you. When you constantly invalidate her reality just to protect your own ego, you are silently teaching her nervous system to permanently detach. Go ahead and win every single logical debate if your ego needs it that bad. But the ultimate prize for always being right is coming home to a completely empty house.
What do you do when your husband is suddenly being picture perfect? He's doing everything that you've always asked. He's really seemed like he's turned over a new leaf. I get this question a lot from women, and my response is always the same. You look at your history. look at the history, look at his patterns of behavior, and it will help guide you as a prediction of what is likely to be the outcome after this phase wears off. Because chances are you've been here before, right? Chances are you've had this conversation, you've begged, you've pleaded, you said, please, I need more, I need you to step up. He says, okay, fine. He does for a short period of time, and then he backslides, and then you're back to where you always are, which is feeling resentful, feeling exhausted, tired of having the same conversation. You likely have another blow up. If you want to avoid that, because a lot of times women are like, well, is this true? Like, has he truly turned over a new leaf? Is he a new person now? Probably not. Probably not, unfortunately, because history is information. History is data. It gives us a pattern. Is it a 100% accurate answer? No, but it can predict a likely outcome because you've been here before. You just have to be able to see through that and know how this movie is likely going to end because you've already been here. Use your history as the data. This might be short-lived. It probably will be short-lived. Chances are, if you've gotten to the point where you've had this conversation so many times, and now all of a sudden he's had this epiphany, he suddenly knows how to be a better person, he doesn't. He doesn't, because chances are he hasn't done the actual work that needs to be done to be the better person. He hasn't unpacked his privilege. He hasn't unpacked patriarchy. He hasn't learned anything about your lived experience as a woman with him. Chances are, unfortunately, he isn't going to be a new, different person overnight. And you have that data and you have the patterns to know how this is likely going to end for you.
And you continue to have a lot of these modern women who say they can't find a good man anywhere, right? And a lot of modern women don't really want to sit with the fact that they're not good women. That's why you can't find a good man. You're not a good woman. And so a man that is actually a good man, even though you might be pretty and you know, you might dress well and you're a boss babe and stuff, you really don't have a lot in common with him because you're not really all that great of a person when it gets down to it. You're good at some things, but you're not really that complete package that he needs.
Today is day one of approaching at least one girl every single day for at least 30 days. So I made 2 approaches today, and the overall lesson that I've known for a long time is if you're going to talk to a girl, talk to her immediately. It does not get easier if you wait. So there was a girl at a coffee shop, and I waited like 20 minutes to go up and talk to her. I was like fake working, like kind of thinking about it, getting in my head, feeling awkward about it. And lo and behold, about 3 people came up and sat like in the same area. So it only got harder, made it harder on myself, but I still did it anyway because I told myself I was going to do it, right? So go up, say hi. There were about a dog. Go up, say hi. There were about 3 people in the area. I was just like, hey, thought you were cute. Wanted to say what's up. Sat down with her, had a quick conversation, got her number. If you guys want to know how the dates go, if I end up on dates from these, then I'll probably talk about it on my story if the girls are cool with it, because I want to respect girls' privacy. I'm a white knight. I'm a good guy, okay? I also asked out the waitress at another coffee shop that I worked at. She had a boyfriend. So 2 approaches, 1 number, and that's my progress so far. I'm a dating coach, so I've been doing this for a while.
Never beg. Gentlemen, there's no begging. There's no begging, there's no pleading, there's no, I want explanations. If she wants to go, let me tell you something. Her explaining why she no longer wants to be in a relationship is not going to help you. As soon as she tells you that she wants out, she's unhappy, it's bye-bye. Gentlemen, if she cheats, it's done. It's done. End the relationship privately. Plan your exit privately. When she starts improving herself, starts losing weight, looking prettier, using makeup, wearing her hair different, she's actively trying to increase her actual market value, and she's taxiing the runway, preparing for takeoff.
When women decide to leave you, they thought about it for a long time. It's not spontaneous. What happens is that was just the straw, or the one bean on the scale that tipped it, where she said, that's it, this marriage is over with.
Women don't fall in love with you, they fall in love with the dream of marriage and what you can provide. Women marry a lifestyle, not the man. Most, not all. If she doesn't desire permanence with you, she doesn't love you.
You know, continually, you have a lot of men, or excuse me, a lot of modern women asking, where are all the good men at? I want to see if there's any single men out there. Where do I go looking? Why are you guys not at singles events? Why are you guys not at coffee shops anymore? If men are not showing up, first of all, if a man's not showing up, that's feedback for you. A lot of people in general are not going to go into spaces. They're not going to walk into spaces where they don't feel welcome. Period. End of story. The only reason I will go into a space where I don't feel welcomed is if I'm getting paid to do it, or if there's a reason that I have to be there. A lot of these modern women talk about men used to go to war. Well, I don't want to be in war. I don't want to be over here. I would rather be somewhere else. But because I have to make sure that I protect my family and my country, I'm over here in an uncomfortable situation, a deadly situation, actually. Extremely high risk situation. A lot of guys get up there on the power lines. A lot of guys going down in the coal mines. Not here. You see those pictures of guys sitting on the top of buildings and stuff like that. And even now today, you see, people who wash windows way high up there, just going away, washing windows. They're up there because, it's good money. You get paid, right? Maybe not $1 million, but it's a job and I need it, and I need to provide for my family, or else I'm not going. So when you have a singles event or a dating mixer that does not look promising, and when I say promising, I mean it looks like you're about to try to trash me, I don't need to be here, so I'm not going.
Woman logic is that although I don't want to date him, I want him to want to date me. Like, even if I don't like him that much, I want him to be like downright, absolutely, tremendously down bad.
Honestly, it's sick work. It's sick work, but it's true. You'll be chasing a woman the whole time she ignoring your existence. But the second you pull back, they start to notice you. But here's the rookie move that a lot of people make. They think that because you pulled back and then they started coming after you, oh, she's interested in me now. No. She's interested in the fact that you pulled back. She's interested in the idea of you how do I explain this? She's only interested in the idea that you don't want her anymore. So now she has to make you want her again so that she can re-regulate herself, her emotions, right? I'll give you an example. One of my homegirls was telling me how there was this dude that really liked her. She did not care about bro at all. Didn't care about bro at all. She would keep him as a friend, right? But one day, one of her homegirls came over and was in the dude that was also, that was just her friend, was there, and her homegirl was feeling the dude that she didn't even want. She was ignoring, right? But when she noticed that her homegirl wanted him, she started throwing herself all over dude. Because she didn't want bro. But
men don't just wake up one day and decide to pull away. It happens slowly. After years of feeling like nothing they do is ever enough. They give their time, their energy, their best efforts. But instead of hearing thank you, they hear, you forgot this. Or, why didn't you do it better? See, a man's spirit runs on two things: respect and appreciation from the woman he loves most. Take those away and he starts running on fumes. And when he tries to fix it, when he changes something, if all she sees is what's still wrong, he'll stop trying altogether. Not because he doesn't love her, not because he doesn't want it to work, but because he's empty. If you've got a good man, notice his efforts now, before there's nothing left in him to give.
Modern women, and this is why men keep on saying you got to be careful if you're in your 20s, right? Go to school, get your bag, do whatever you need to do. And in some situations, even into your 30s. But modern women don't really seem to understand or realize that the types of men that you want are not going to be chasing you forever. I don't think that men mind pursuing. It's just modern women want men to waste their time. Straight up. They want to come back to a man and then go away from him a little bit. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. and then come back to her again in the season, and we just didn't vibe and stuff. This is what they want. They want it on again, off again. I had to go do my thing, and if I had to move on without him, then we have that option to do that. But then after 10 years, we just meet up and we come together, kind of like a Hallmark movie. That's what they're wanting. I always want the option. I always want the option to go and come as I please, whether I'm in a relationship or not. But a man, especially of that caliber, he has plenty of women that would like him, that would want his services. And so naturally he says, okay, if it's not working with her, I'm gonna see if I can find somebody else. And by the time you're 30, 35, and that man is off the market, oh shoot. Then she's probably got 2 or 3 other guys that she was looking at. Turns out they're off the market too. Well, they ain't as high value as him, but there's something, I could deal with them. Well, it turns out, unfortunately for you, there's a few other ladies that could have dealt with those guys too, and they have. As a matter of fact, a lot of those guys, they were off the market at 30, 31, 32. And you decided, just be a few years too late. In some of these instances, women, a lot of these younger ladies, they be just a few months too late. Oh man, I got married 6 months ago. Congratulations. And then that's when you see them on TikTok screaming, hollering, and stunting and crying about how they missed what God sent them. They always want the option. And a lot of these men out here that you call average and regular, they be off the market too. They come into the market not very good, and you been in, oh man, you ain't on my level, and you leave them, or they assess and they see, I'm not where I should be, and they go ahead and do the work and go ahead and get into a relationship. And the other guys that say, I don't want to fool with this, they be out of the market. And once again, that's when you'll be online talking about, where are all the good men at? There seems to be no men out here. Only young guys hitting on me. That's why. Because the guys that you thought were going to be there a little bit later on, they're gone. The guys that you thought was pretty much, you could pretty much rely on them to chase you all the time, they're gone. And that's what they was trying to tell you in the first place. I'm not always going to be here. But you act like you didn't hear them. Well, you do now.
I want to know from women over 35 if cohabitating with men is really worth it.
It's been said before, but I'll say it again. Marriage isn't really good for women. Women don't benefit from being married to men. The comment section on this video is full of women who say this, happily married here. And I say this without weirdness, but if he dies first, and he knows this, LOL, I will not do it again. So many of the comments came from married women who claim to be happily married, who say they would never choose to live with a man again. And I think this speaks volumes about the dynamics that exist in our culture overall, right? When men get married, they expect their wife to take care of them, to cook for them, to clean for them, to take care of their children, to have children for them, and they go off and work. But in today's world, these women are also working. And so not only are they working full-time, but they are also expected to care for the home and the children and do exponentially more work in the home than their partner. And oftentimes these men have been raised without the information or expectation that they'll take care of the home themselves or take care of the kids. And so even when they try to help, they need a list. They need her to tell him what to do. And it's exhausting for women. It's been shown that marriage isn't actually good for women. Women who are single do better than men. Also, having children isn't really good for women, right? We have the wage gap, the motherhood penalty, and the fact that having children can put women at a higher risk of financial troubles in the future, right? Marrying men, living with men, and having children doesn't quote unquote benefit women in the same way it does men, which is why so many women say they would never do it again. And that's also why so many men remarry so fast.
This generation romanticizes leaving. We, for sure, have a generation of people that believe that the answer to every fail in a relationship, to every problem, to every issue is just to be out the door. One thing that I have noticed over and over and over again is that people want the benefits of a long-term relationship without doing the work that it takes to get there. People are leaving over things that could have been communicated. They could have said. I've seen couples fight and argue about things, and one thing that you'll find is a lot of times the biggest problem in a relationship is a miscommunication. Oh, I didn't know that you wanted us to do this. I thought you wanted us to do this. And then the other person's like, no, I told you I wanted it to be this. Oh, well, this is what I heard. I thought we were supposed to do this. if you guys have a healthy communication for the most part, if you do bring those things to the relationship, they should be able to work themselves out, because now you've realized, oh, this was just a miscommunication. Could have been avoided. Now, thanks to social media, thanks to these algorithms, thanks to all the propaganda that they're throwing at you guys, working through issues is almost viewed as settling. I want to de-influence you right now. Guys, most of the content that I'm going to be putting up is going to be de-influencing you on all the things that you've been lied to about relationships. Every human being is going to come with flaws, blind spots, triggers, anxieties, issues, wounds, childhood traumas, childhood hurts, issues towards their parents, even issues towards their siblings, emotional habits. As humans, we are already flawed. There's always going to be things to be worked through in a relationship because it's two imperfect people coming together and trying to work something out. Perfect person that you are searching for does not exist.
You could be worth over $10 million. If your Instagram looks like you're worth 10,000, women will think you're a loser. This is modern dating. This is why successful guys have such a gap in what they deserve with women in modern dating, what they actually get, because you don't understand the online game. There is no workaround to a terrible Instagram. This is how women perceive value in modern dating. And if you're a successful guy that doesn't have the online presence figured out and wants to win with modern dating, message me TRG.
Can we start a petition to bring dates back? Low-key, fun, casual dates? Because chivalry is dead. Social media is romance. Men in this generation don't have brains. Guys don't ask girls on dates anymore. Like, why not, if you see someone that you think's cute, hey, you want to go get a drink? You want to grab dinner? You want to go do something fun? Yeah. Why is it, oh, what's your snap? What's your text? I personally think it's not that deep if you go grab a drink. Like, that is not deep. That is not serious. But guys seem to think that's so serious, and they'll only do that if they're already in a situationship or a talking stage or something. And I think it sucks. I think it's kind of sad. No one wants to get to know each other face to face anymore. They want to have all the small talk, surface level conversations over text or Snap. I don't know. Is this a hot take? Am I way off on this one? Am I right? I'm probably right. I'm always right.
And what you have a lot of modern women doing is kind of rebranding their roster, right? And, they, instead of saying, well, I got a rotation of men, they might call it a dating portfolio. Oh, I'm just, kind of looking and, I'm just kind of seeing and date them all, girl. Date them all. Okay. All right. But then you're going to get out here and you're going to say, well, where are all the good men at? How come I can't find a man to commit to me? And I'll even go, I don't agree with it, but I'll even go as far as say this, to give you to extend to you an olive branch. Maybe you're dating multiple men at the same time. What y'all are trying to do is extract from a man. Instead of just saying, I'm not really trying to get to know him. I'm trying to see what he can do for me. Right? So if you're dating a guy, you go on a date, like say for instance, you're trying to get angel investors, going out for a meeting or something like that. Even in the Shark Tank, everybody is looking for the product and you say, man, I got a really good product here. Does anybody want it? Right? These people, you have to give them a sample. The person who's trying to sell has to give them a sample of what's going on. So whether you say, let's say you, the woman, are the investor, you're the shark in this situation. Let's say that you have the money, you have the power, you have all of that stuff. The man has to come in and give you a sample of what he's got going on. Modern women are saying, no, I don't want to put any money up. I want you to come in and not only give me a sample, I want you to give me access to your entire business. And not only do I want you to give me access to your entire business, I want to try your business out for, really, there's no timeline. There really isn't any timeline. And it's different for different women. I want to try your business out within 2 weeks. I want to try your business out within 2 days. We just start talking. I mentioned my hair and nails. You need to pay for that. So that's one part of your business. Go ahead and give me the money for that. I mentioned lunch. That's another part of your business. Go ahead and give me the money for that. All is broke down on the side of the road. I expect you to drop whatever you're doing and come get me. Even though I could have called AAA, it would have been quicker. Even though I was right beside my house, my daddy could have come got me. I want to test you out. Right, but we haven't been talking but for like 2 or 3 days. I don't even know you like that. We haven't even been on a date. Modern women are trying to extract. So it's more than a sample. And that's what men have a problem with. You're trying to extract more from me and we don't even know each other. And that's why a man says, well, hold on, before we get to the dinner and all that stuff, let's go on a coffee date or a walk or something like that to where we can get to actually know each other. And then as we get to know each other, now you continue, you're extracting my resources. You're just slowly over time. And I'm saying I'm getting value. So I don't mind giving you my resources. But a lot of times now, men are not getting any value. So this whole, well, I got a roster to do this, roster to do that. Oh, I only want this man for dinners. Oh, I only want this man for paying my rent. Oh, I have this man for when I need to get me some. He's my best eater. That's what they're saying out here, man. When you have that going on, a man is going to hear that and be like, oh, she's not serious. And then when they don't take you seriously and they dog you out, then you have a problem.